And hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. My name is Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Reviews. And it is the 29th of January, 2022. Let's see. Whoa, that is a bunch of snow out there, people. Last I checked, it is 4:10 in the afternoon, in the early evening. And a short while ago, I measured 27 goddamn inches of snow. I'm excited. Yeah, sure. Not really, but I figured this would be a good opportunity, weather-wise, to drink an Imperial Stout. And what Imperial Stout is that, you may ask? This is from the Surly Brewing Company out of Twin Cities, Minneapolis, or Twin Cities, Minnesota. This is their Surly 13. It's a maple barrel aged Imperial Stout. One can comes in this packaging, and I think it was $13.99, so not very economical, but I've seen a couple of reviews even on Facebook groups for beer, and people seem to like it, so I am going to give it a whirl. We'll see what I think of this one. This is a maple barrel aged Imperial Stout. It says with vanilla beans and lactose. This is coming in at a whopping 12.5% alcohol by volume. On the surlybrewing.com website, they say this is utilizing English ale yeast and is going to have some low bitterness. They're using Warrior hops, and the malts are two-row chocolate malt, DRC malt, crystal, coffee malt, oats, black malt, honey malt, carafa, 3, flaked rye, and flaked oats. And this is an occasional beer. And they also say, as black cats skitter, ladders loom, and mirrors break, a reminder, make your own luck. Surly makes your beer. Presenting 13. Our maple barrel aged Imperial Stout. Notes of dark chocolate, roasted malt, and aromatic vanilla sit atop the rich maple flavors coursing beneath. This decadent ale appears on Friday the 13th for a limited time only. Cool. And you can get this, I guess you can get this on tap in and around the Twin Cities, Minnesota area. Minnesota. All right, let's open up the packaging, shall we? Greetings. James P. Madonna, the Progressive Discussions. All right, and you can see the Surly labeling there again. This is very nice packaging. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. Probably not. And then there's, I don't know if you can see that. There's some dice. Okay. Let's see. All right, nice looking can there. 13, Twin Cities, Minneapolis, Surly Brewing Company. It's got some information here. Maple barrel aged Imperial Stout, brewed with vanilla beans and lactose, 12.5. Minneapolis and Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis. They must have started in the Twin Cities. And look at that black as night top to the can. Awesome stuff. So this is canned on the 27th of July, 2021. So you could probably age this bad boy for even longer than that. This is pretty fresh for what it sounds like it is. And we're going to put it into a Shipyard Brewing Company Pugsley Signature Series glass, because I think this will work well with your Imperial Stouts. All right, let's crack this open and see what we think of said beer here. All right. They really filled it to the top. Let's be careful. I will not be pouring the whole thing out right now. I'm going to take my sweet time with this concoction. And this is room temperature. I did not keep this in the fridge or anything like that. So nice. Let's take a look at the beer. The appearance of this beer is black as all hell, and it is see if I can do that better. Yeah, it's a tan mocha colored head. Some popping, some fizzing. It's got more head than I would have expected on an Imperial Stout of this nature. One finger, basically. If I said you were finding ruby red tinges around the glass sides or the bottom of the glass, I'd be lying. So super motor oily, and it is just legs for days here. So that is very, very nice. Screw you. All right. So the nose on this beer is extremely roasty. There's tons of roast. There's tons of dark chocolate. I actually am getting what I'm assuming to be the rye malt spicy kind of peppercorn in there too. Like initially, I'm not getting I'm not detecting anything that is, to my nose, the maple in there. I'm getting the coconut, the vanillas, the dark, very dark fruited cherries, very dark raisins and plums. Very, very, very coconutty. Smells warm. Smells inviting. Smells alcoholic. Nice vanillas for the most part. Not really getting the milky aspect either, but I am getting a giant amount of dark chocolate and a giant roastiness to it, like a really dark chocolate syrup. So yeah, let's maybe even a nuttiness there towards the end of the nosing. It's very complex, the nose here. Let's give it a try. The Surly Brewing Company's 13. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, interesting. So the finish, I just noticed that the finish had like a very woodsy barrel oak quality to it. And I get way more of the maple, like a maple syrupy style sweetness. So I'm getting it more on the palate than I was on the flavor, or on the getting more maple on the palate than in the nosing. What else? Definitely a sugary aspect to the maple syrup. It definitely has the maple syrup. It's not just maple flavoring. Definitely vanilla. Definitely lactose. I'm getting that milky kind of creaminess to it. It's a long mapley finish and oaky. Dark chocolate syrupy notes. Coconut takes a tiny bit of a backseat, but it is there to all the other bigger, bolder flavors. It's not even drinking really hot. It doesn't have a really hot alcohol burn in the palate, which is nice. I'm getting a chocolate syrupy sweetness. It is I make it sound like it's sweeter than it is. I think there's a lot of balance with the malts and with those malts and the barrel aging. I think it's just a nice balanced beer. It's not too sugary sweet. It's almost semi-dry, but it does have a lingering aspect of the maple syrup and a dark chocolate, fudgy, more on the dark chocolate side of syrup, kind of a character and flavor to it. What else am I getting? I'm getting the coffee roasty element to it. It's almost like a hazelnut kind of aspect as well. How the maple syrup is interacting, or even like a French vanilla hazelnutty kind of thing, interacting with how these coffee-esque flavors are interacting with the maple. Coffee malt, not exactly 100% positive, but a coffee malt is, but I'm getting that aspect there. Yeah, and as I swirl the beer, way more vanilla and I can't even talk right now. Vanilla and the coconuts coming out. Frothy head for the most part. I would say that it's on a very high side of medium. It's not a chore to drink this beer, but you do feel the warmth to it. This is a really good beer. It's got a medium towards a long finish. And again, it's mapley, maple syrupy, and oaky towards the finish there. So this is a really good beer. I would not pay $13 for this beer or whatever it was. I think it was $13.99 on the regular for these kind of beers, especially for one can. It's nice once in a blue moon, but I wouldn't buy these things on the regular for that kind of a price. So this is a really nice beer at this temperature here. So I'm going to give the Surly Maple Barrel Aged Imperial Stout a 94 out of 100. This is really world-class beer. I think, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think that they could have, maybe if the body, for me, maybe if the body of the beer was amplified a little bit more and it had more sticky chewiness to it. I mean, it's a very complex beer. It's very easy to drink and pick out these flavors. I do appreciate the complexity of the beer. I kind of wish that the body of the beer matched some of the complexity to the beer overall. So I'm going to give that a 94 out of 100 for the, again, it's the Surly Brewing Company 13, the Maple Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. And if you are watching, I appreciate your viewership, and I would very much appreciate a subscription. Please subscribe to the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. It's called Thomas Metal 75. And if you want to donate anything on PayPal towards beer reviews, that would be much appreciated as well. As you see the email address down below, when you go to PayPal, put that email address in, whatever amount of money you feel comfortable with, and write a message saying what beer do you want me to review or whiskey. And if I cannot find said products, I will try to find something of close proximity and shout you out. So 94, let me take this off the screen for the Surly 13. And until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. I will see you soon, everybody. Say hello to Kevin Johnston, and Progressive Discussions, and Daryl. Cheers, everybody. Check you later. Let's do the exit video.